We recently reported that the Civil Aeronautics Board is planning to impose higher fines on airlines that overbook flights. Now, here to give us their thoughts on that, as well as the growth projections for the end of the year, we have with us over the line Steve Dailisan, spokesperson of AirAsia Philippines. Steve, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Dick.
Yes, Steve, of course, I'd like to get your reaction first about this plan. It's a very huge jump from 5,000 pesos per violation now up to a minimum of 200,000 pesos up to 2 million depending on the violation. Now, what's your reaction?
But for us in AirAsia, we're very strict in terms of observing the implementation of overbooking. In fact, Diego, during peak season, we do not overbook. We are very strict on that. We are very conscious in terms of overbooking. The limit that has been set by the Civil Aeronautics Board is only up to 10%. But whenever we do, since it's also approved by the regulator, we only overbook at least 5 to 10 seats.
Okay.
Do not exceed the number of overbooking. In the last long weekend or last long holiday, during All Souls Day and All Saints Day, we haven't implemented any overbooking. This just be observing for the Christmas break. And if there are changes in terms of the fines and penalties, of course, we'll be very compliant with the regulators.
Yes, you were speaking of overbooking, Steve, and it was also revealed in the plenary debates that about this overbooking that's been plaguing some of the other carriers. Now, how does AirAsia handle these concerns?
Now it's around 90. If that was 83.
Yes, Steve, sorry, Steve, you're breaking up. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, actually, looking at the factors, we also look for if there are a huge number of no-shows per destination, then that's the only time we overbook within the allowable limit of the Civil Aeronautics Board. Otherwise, if the route is always full, say for example, Katiklan, which has a high load factor of around 95% to 98%, then we do not overbook.
Okay.
I just want to stress that overbooking is allowed by the regulator, but insofar as AirAsia is concerned, we do not exceed that limit per booking. So we welcome any changes in terms of fines and penalties.
Okay.
We would like to reassure our guests that when we fly with AirAsia, confident so that we do observe the strict directions by the regulator.
All right. Now let's move over to a different subject altogether. Let's talk about your growth expectations. Last month, I think you projected a 230% surge in bookings, and now that the holiday season is very fast approaching, how is it looking like for AirAsia Philippines in terms of passenger count?
Last month, actually for October, we've already achieved our 92% target year to date. We still have 2 months before 2023 ends, and we hope that this will bring a lot of passengers traveling to different destinations. In fact, what we're looking at, Diego, is that most destinations or Filipinos will travel not only to go home to their families, but to visit and travel to tourist destinations such as Katiklan in Boracay, Lao in Bohol, for Princesa International. There's really a high load factor for Tokyo for destinations which are about to start for the winter season.
Yeah, given what you said, what do you think your projections will be for the full year of 2023?
Well, for the third quarter, our results are about 368% already of versus 2022. So that's really a huge jump in terms of our projections. But we're looking at least achieving our target for this year in terms of load factor. We're looking at 90 to 95% towards the year end.
Okay, aside from the holiday spending that we mentioned that's driving all of this growth, to what else do you think you can attribute this?
Well, we've heard from the Civil Aeronautics Board, though we are still awaiting for the final copy of the resolution. And there's going to be, from level 7, it's going to be level 6 in terms of fuel surcharge costs.
Okay.
We hope it's going to be a driving factor also in terms of the booking behavior. But insofar as the seat sales are concerned, we've just implemented our 11-11.
Yes.
So we will continue to implement double-digit sales to encourage or to stimulate market demand.
Okay, so you said you will continue, so this will extend up to next year and different months of the year also.
Yes, because we are known for democratizing air travel, not only in the Philippines but across ASEAN. We operate in 7 airline operation centers such as Kuala Lumpur, Thailand, we have Indonesia, and we're opening Cambodia. So in terms of low-cost fares, what our guests can expect is that we will stay committed to our promise of affordable fares, not only actually for flights, Diego, but since we have our super app now, they can also book for hotels, they can also book for rides, for example, in Malaysia and other travel needs. So that we make sure that the entire ecosystem remains affordable for everyone.
That's great, that's great. And any risks you're watching out for, Steve?
Well, fuel is one, and our MROs, or maintenance repair organizations, and spare parts. But insofar as our engines are concerned, we're not utilizing Pratt & Whitney. Our engines are CFM56, so we don't have an issue with our engines. So far, hopefully, things will turn out well, especially in the coming days. We're expecting really the peak of air travel.
Thank you very much for your insights. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us. Steve Dailisan, spokesperson of AirAsia Philippines.
Thanks for having me, and flying with you soon, Diego. Thank you.